Morning, YouTube, friends and family. Look, snowed last night. Yes, I'm excited. Monday. Off to the bus stop and off to work. Thanks for coming with me on my day. I'll see you in a few. Honkers? Honker honk. Man, I'm having a slow start to my Monday. I'm just kind of dragging a little bit. Alright, I gotta get on site and get my game rolling here, people. My next step for this room is to finish off this little exposed transition. You know, this little space in here used to be what we call a knee wall space. It was just closed away, never used for living space. Then it was opened up and it left all of these sort of ragged edges. So I'm going to try to trim this over and make it look good. It's always a good idea when you're trying to cut a bevel, a miter or an angle on a piece of wood, to get a test piece of wood first to make sure you've got your angle right before you actually grab the piece of wood you want to cut, because you only get like one chance to cut it right. So I always get a piece of test wood, cut it till I get the right angle, and then cut it on the real deal wood. I'm getting ready to do the red pine flooring above me here. I kind of wanted to see what it looked like under here first to make sure that I was going to have plenty of support for the flooring. And we're also contemplating taking up the maple floor that's down there now. So I just wanted to make sure that there was some kind of a subfloor there underneath the maple and not just these rough sawn boards. And it looks like there's right now 3 layers of flooring: subfloor, another pine floor, and then the maple floor. So adding a whole nother layer of floor on top of that means there'll be 4 layers of floor here, a lot of weight. I'm thinking probably pulling up that maple floor is going to be the best bet. It's 1 o'clock. I have a short day today. I finished up all that I can finish up in that bedroom without the paint being completed. I still need to put some trim around the ceiling and put the closet shelving together, but all the paint needs to happen first, or else it'll just be a nightmare for the painter. My next step is to head to a house very close to here and look at my next job, and then go get some milk. And I've got a little bit of an early day today. I'm kind of excited, and it's just starting to spit snow a little bit outside. I'm so thrilled. I get so I anticipate that first snowfall so much, and I just love seeing those flakes in the sky. I guess it's a little bit smaller job than I thought it was going to be, which is fine. You know, if you buy cellulose insulation from like Home Depot or Lowe's, they'll like give you a machine to install it for no cost, you know. So it's tough for me to compete with that. And you know, these homeowners, they're pretty savvy, they're pretty smart, they've got some ability, and they want to do it themselves. And because it saves money, you know, and nobody's made of money. Well, very few people are made of money. So whenever I can help somebody save some money, you know, that's what my job is anyway. Alright, so my official work day is over, and now I'm gonna go get some milk at the milk farm.
German police detective on Sunday during a traffic stop.
Hey, how's it going over there? Happy Monday to you. Listen, I was wondering if I could get into your workshop on Wednesday to rip some boards I have. I have some red pine. All of this red pine flooring that I want to install has been nicely planed, but the edges are still rough from the original bandsaw operation, so they need to be straightened and then ripped to a uniform width so that I can plan rows accordingly and have all of the boards be usable together. And then we'll actually get to installing a week from today. Yeah. The first snow is like what gives you hope that there's going to be a great winter. The whole ecology is evolved around a winter here. So when you don't have winter, it impacts things in ways which you wouldn't guess. You know, you'd think, winter without snow is a good thing. Well, winter without snow means the ground has no insulation. And the cold, a lot of heat loss happens from the earth. So that causes a whole change in things. If we could just have below freezing, lots of snow, it would make the world a better place, wouldn't it? A lot more mail than I expected. I think there's checks in there. I like checks. I was just reflecting on the fact that you all have never been through a winter in Maine, but more importantly, you've never seen how life changes in the winter in Maine. And I think if you live in a cold climate that's temperate, you will probably identify, but I go into a period of introspection, where you're just sort of hanging out in your mind and in your home, just getting by and being cozy and not going out of your way to change much, healing from the inside out and the outside in for several months. And you hole up and you kind of recharge, and then when spring comes you explode and you go and you work and you do and you have fun and you just travel and you consume and you make money and the whole deal. And then that all kind of just slows down when winter comes, because you're faced with less light, so you're less likely to be productive. You're faced with limiting environmental characteristics, snowstorms and freezing temperatures and high winds, and think about where you're at in life. So I think that as a result, my vlogs probably will reflect that. I'm not doing and exploring and making and consuming quite as much as I was in the summer. And so things are slowing down. So maybe my vlogs will start to get shorter, and maybe that's not a bad thing. Thanks for coming with me on my outings today. I'm gonna make my way back to the house and pear scones with a honey glaze.
Honey butter.
Honey butter glaze.
Did you know about this? Did you want it for those? Oh, okay.
Zephyr's 11. He has reached such a confidence level with scones that reliably, boom, he can crank out the best scones ever. Isn't that cool? And he just does it. The hardest part, I think, for him is getting us to get him the ingredients. Poor kid.